Hi everyone. It's Saturday where I am, and it's Saturday whenever you're watching this. For me, I'm recording on Saturday morning, so happy Saturday, woo! Okay, my name is Holly, Psychic Medium. Thank you for being here, and if so inclined, please subscribe and like. You don't have to, it's just whatever you feel motivated to do, and of course, you have free will, so understand that anything that is channeled or received from source through general card pulls, whatever, please understand that it can't resonate for everyone. So just take what is not even, I don't know if it's even necessary. Take it if it resonates, and if not, leave it and move on. And okay, I just need to get to it. So here we go. Okay, so when I started tuning in, I could hear someone, because I always ask for the best and most needed message for the collective, but I am hearing someone, and someone is saying, I don't know what to do. And I feel like it's a person with a more developed feminine part of their personality. So it's either a feminine or a woman, or someone with a more feminine part of themselves developed, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna, I gotta stop and just talk. I don't know what to do. That's what I'm hearing. Someone is saying, I don't know what to do. And they're kind of one of those. And it has to do with someone. This feels like it's a romantic partner. All right. Okay, honey bunny, here we go. So here's the thing. You are not going to want to hear this, but you already know the answer. You already know the answer. If you are left crying, wondering what's going on, what's happening, if you have to ask that question, I don't know what to do, then you know what to do. And again, this is not going to be for everyone, so please don't try to make it fit. Number one psychic tip, do not, if you have to work to make the information fit your situation, it's not your information. For this person, you know exactly who I'm talking to. Literally, you have been up most of the night with your head in your hands, not just crying, but just wrecked emotionally and wondering, what did I do? What did I do? Why? You know what? Don't ever beg for anybody's love or affection or attention, because you deserve so much better. I know I can say that sitting here, and it's like, yeah, you deserve it. It's easy when you're out of it. When you're in it, when you're in the throes of this anguish and pain, oh my gosh, it's an awful place to be, and I'm so sorry you were there. The biggest message I'm getting is, if you think this person's a little bit of a player, or if they're withholding intent, if they do genuinely care about you, one thing I can promise you, if this is your information, they care about themselves a whole lot more. Okay? The other thing, if I feel like there's someone who has a partner, it's not a spouse. This is not that level of committed relationship. This is someone that is stringing someone along, okay? I understand the whole breadcrumbing thing. I lived that too, thank you. Not good, and it screws with your sense of self-esteem. So understand, this is not about you. This is about the person's dysfunction. Yeah, actually I'm getting there's more than one person. There is the immediate person, there is a female, and there is a masculine with a very developed feminine side, okay? So This is the expansion of the message. This is for more than one person. Okay. Thank you. Because someone's going to watch this and say, oh, I get that. I did that. I've done that. Well, you know what? You don't have to do it any longer. It's not, no commitment has been issued. No, just what ifs. And also, again, I feel like the person involved, I feel like for the masculine energy, okay, let me rephrase that because it's confusing. I feel like there are a couple of people here. For the first one, the woman who with her head in her hands, the person you're dealing with, he is intentionally withholding affection to try to manipulate you. Understand that, okay? And doing some gaslighting, which is never cool, never good. All right, the male going through this, your person is not part of the scene necessarily because they just were ready to move on and not be kind to others, but will always want to keep you on a back burner just to say, oh, but I've got so-and-so there. I can always go there if I need to. Either way, man, why are there so many crappy, ill-intentioned people? I'm so sorry for both of you. I am so sorry you are dealing with this. It will get better. And you know when it will get better? When you bolster your self-esteem and when you step into your own power. And that doesn't have to be dependent on anyone else. And it shouldn't be dependent on anyone else. Okay, so what I'm also supposed to say is when you get to that point, and just so you know, very often we have to be alone when we get to that point. But when you do and you say, I know what I will and won't accept, all of a sudden, that's when it will shift and change. Okay, and then you can start attracting people who are genuinely compassionate, okay? Well, with good intentions. Okay, with good intentions. All right, so there's that. So a couple of you had a pretty rough Friday night. Okay, just saying. So some of you had a really difficult time and it's left you questioning where you fit into things. They're like cheerleaders. Right now, Spirit is like cheerleaders. Yeah, tell it. You fit in where you fit in not with manipulative people. You fit in with people who want the best outcome for you. You fit in with yourself. That's kind of, I know, roundabout lot. It doesn't make sense. When you see your own strength, and the beauty of who you are, and that has nothing to do with physical appearance, has nothing to do with age or experience or profession. When you see your true beauty within and what you have to offer, that is when the tide will shift. And it's almost like this walking around with your head down and your shoulders down and then saying, no, here I am. People will start approaching you a little differently because you deserve better, okay? People have to earn the right to be with you. And I don't mean that in an arrogant or cocky way, but you hold your head up high. You hold your head up, hold your shoulders back, know your worth. If you don't know your worth, why would anyone else see you as anything other than a toy to be played with or manipulated? Know your worth, okay? It's a process. It doesn't always happen. It can happen like boom, just that fast, but it's generally going to be a process. All right. Okay. I wish you the best of luck, and you can do this. This is a moment of challenge, but it's a potential for growth. That is what I'm being told. And I'm going to say that again because I want to make sure you hear it. This is a time of challenge, but it is a time for potential growth that will expand you so much more and so much further than anything else could have. Sometimes people who do not have the best of intentions come into our lives to teach us the biggest lessons about our own value and self-worth, okay? Now, the next step is to live up to your own value and self-worth. I'm hearing that old phrase, don't cast pearls before swine, and I'm not a big biblical person. I have intense faith and belief, but I wasn't raised reading and doing all that. I mean, it just wasn't part of my upbringing, and I don't understand it. I understand that we belong to a collective that is, we carry a part of the divine in our soul, because everyone has a soul. But that phrase is that's pretty old. That's pretty hard old school. And actually, pigs are really smart, and that's why good manipulators are really smart. Usually they're really, really intelligent people, you know. Yeah. Someone who has, it doesn't matter if it's real pearls, fake pearls, whatever, but I think that's a symbol for someone. And I know that sounds like a stretch, but it isn't, because I'm like, why that phrase right now? Or something related, okay? Or even a cup with the color of the ocean to remind you. It's vast, and you are as precious as a pearl. There's an old medieval epic poem called The Pearl, and or was it a Chaucer thing? I don't remember now, but there was a medieval epic poem, and it was precious pearl without a spot. Everybody, even with all of our pits and pocks, and not a pox, but pits and holes and tarnish and misshapen pearls that some of us are, we are as precious as that. Oh, I'm getting the pearl reference now. Okay, pearls are developed by pain. It's a grain of sand that forms, or a grain of something, an irritant in the mollusk. So they coat it with nacre and that's nacre, I know it sounds funny. God, I'm such a teenage boy with my sense of humor sometimes. Ugh. All right. But anyway, so then it coats it and coats it and coats it with layers. God, I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm sorry, you all. But anyway, and that's basically how a pearl is formed. It takes something that is an irritant and painful, the challenge, and it turns it into something beautiful. Let a pearl, that doesn't mean you have to run out and buy an expensive pearl. Please do what is best for you. But that's a reminder. I think it's a reminder for me, you all. That's lovely. Or maybe just a little mother of pearl button. That's lovely. Okay, that truly was the end of that message. And okay, wow, we're 14 minutes in. All right, so, but those are messages for everybody, okay? I think all of us can resonate with some part of it. Thankfully, I had a very pleasant Friday night instead of gnashing of teeth and head in my hands. So I've been there, though, way too many times. It gets better. I promise you, it gets better. You get stronger. And once you do get stronger, you might go through that lesson a couple more times, or not quite to that extent, but you will get stronger. Okay. All right. I'm using the Unfolding Path Tarot by Athene Noctura. That's what the box looks like. This is a really lovely deck. Kind of long. So it's a little tricky, but they're easier to shuffle because they're thick enough to hold their form, but the cards are not, I mean, like they're thicker cards, but they're not so thick that you feel like you're trying to shuffle a deck of books. Okay. One more. No, they're saying that was it. Oh, all right. Oh, man. My hands are so dry. Well, what is the message for the collective? What is the message for the collective this morning? Oh, take a different route. Okay, so, oh, that's literal for someone. Take a different route. Okay. I'm supposed to ask, oh, they're not letting that go. For someone who is driving today, if you have to detour, or if you're like, you just get this intense nudge to take a different route to get to the same location where you follow it for whatever reason, I don't know. Again, free will, only a suggestion. You don't have to do anything I say. You are the captain of your ship. All right, you are the pilot of your plane. You can put that however you want. I'm just here with some suggestions. But I would say and caution everybody, just heads up, pay attention to where you are and what you're doing. Okay. The way I'm supposed to phrase this for a card pull is, what is the dominant energy or message that the collective, that would be a good idea for the collective to meditate on or think about today? What is the energy and the message for the collective to focus on or meditate upon today? All right, they said that's enough shuffling. Okay. Okay. I was just wondering if I should keep going, or because I'm also hearing, yeah, I'm also, yeah, just the one more. I just heard one. No, that just flipped over. Okay, this is a caution. Do I need to cut the deck then? Do I need to do that? Okay. Okay. And the one on top? Yeah. Okay. All right. So they tell me what I'm doing when I do that. I'm listening to Spirit, and they're kind of telling me, this is what we want you to do. This is how we want you to get the cards. Because, you know, I've said this over and over again. I'm not a card reader. I'm an energy reader. But with a general reading, it's nice to have something just as a jumping off point. So I pulled this kind of flipped upside down in the, not upside down, but face front in the deck. And I immediately got it as a caution card. So this is the Four of Pentacles, and it's about hoarding in this instance. So the caution is just, this is for that first group that was the big long message. This is about, because I've done this, so that's, I think, why they're making me the vehicle for this message. Don't shut yourself down. Don't hoard your own emotions. Don't pull back so deeply within yourself that you have nothing to give yourself or anyone else. So you don't want to freely just cast all those precious pearls in front of someone who would trample on them. But at the same time, hold your worth. But then when you are in a good situation, or when you do have a place where you want to invest your energy and your emotions, then that's okay. But don't shut down, okay? Again, you can do what you want. Pilot of your plane, remember? But the caution is that if you shut down emotionally, you may not see the good things coming to you, okay? I shut down for a really long time, guys. I mean, like a really long time. And so I understand the need to do that. And part of that was just self-healing for me. But at some point, it can become a pattern and a habit, okay? So I think that was about take care of yourself, cocoon, heal, but don't get so shut down that it becomes a new way of life for you, because then it becomes hiding. All right. All right. And then the center of the deck, it said to pop up. This is very cool. This is such a cool card. And I love the fact that it has roses and lilies and the hands of someone manifesting. Okay. That's almost that high priestess vibe, hands. But it's a coin, the Ace of Coins. So this is all good things coming, not just financial prosperity, but this is also you manifesting what you are worthy of. That's the phrase I heard, and that's the only reason for showing it. You are worthy and you can manifest, but you may have to shift what you think you want. Okay? I'm going to let that stand. All right, now the Five of Pentacles, this is what I saw, like someone with their head in their hands like that. So you are feeling isolated, you are feeling alone, but just remember you are never alone, because you can also manifest brilliance, okay? Because to me that also represents like the sun coming up in this instance. Just remember, if you cocoon, it is to heal, not to hide. All right. Now, let's see what the actual cards that flipped out were. Interesting. Okay, so the first one is the Magician, just talking about manifesting. And look at the light coming out of that magician's hands. Okay. The next one, the Nine of Cups. And the last one, the Knight of Swords. I don't feel like in this instance this is a person. I do feel like this is just fast information coming your way, okay? Truth and clarity. So I don't see this as a person, so I'm not going to give the attributes of a person to that card. It's, I think you're going to get divinely inspired. All right, so the way I'm reading these, I do feel like there is someone working behind the scenes to manifest either for you or manifest you. I don't know if it's, I feel like for some of you, it's going to be someone is trying to manifest you directly, specifically as a person, which that, I'm not always, I like to always put caveats like, if it's in the highest and best good for all involved, please allow this union to take place. That kind of thing is okay, but if you're saying, I must have this, that's kind of creepy, weird, and that's trying to bend someone else's will. Never good. But in this instance, this is, I'm going to take the other version of it that I'm getting that I much prefer in what I'm hearing for a couple of, not a couple, but for a group in the collective. Instead of this being on the other end and somebody else doing it, you have the ability to manifest. You have the ability to create, just like those hands holding that Ace of Coins. Think clearly, though. Get out of your own head and think clearly, rationally, not with a vindictive, well, I'll show that person, or, well, I want them to want me so then I can dump it. No, 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 no. You want to be sure that what you manifest is in the highest and best good, because you are at a point and we are in a ramped up energy of quick manifestation. Okay. So be careful where you put your thoughts. And this is someone who's manifesting fruitfulness and happiness for themselves. And that's where the best, I'm hearing the word magic. So again, be careful of who you align with. Okay. But just remember, you have everything you need within you, and you can do anything you want. You can bring in all the fruitfulness and harvest you want and you can make it so. You do not have to rely on anyone else for your power or strength. Someone needs to hear that exact message. This could be read together, but these could also be very individual message, one per card. So understand that part of this reading. And I feel like both are happening because I'm getting information and energies coming from kind of all over the place. I hope that didn't just make people dizzy. I think this is my favorite one so far today because I think this person is still unsure about the manifestation process and what they really want and what's best for them. So just hang tight, think about it. This one, someone is about to harvest because they're doing the internal work. They are doing their work. Okay? All right. Okay, that's this middle one, very empowering. And the last one, again, I do not feel a person or any individual linked to this as a so-and-so coming in, or no, I don't get that with this. This one I feel like is a download. Someone is going to get just a straight from spirit download, or actually this might be this person's higher self. For some of you, it's going to be your higher self stepping in, and if you're not sure what that is, well, it's a little complicated. I may talk about that in another video, but the higher vibrational part of your soul. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. But I feel like either for some of you it'll be an internal knowing. Some of you it will be a download from spirit, a guide or guardian. And there's going to be you're going to feel the need for swift action, change, and movement based on this knowledge, because it's just going to be like wham, all of a sudden, there you go, I've got it, I understand, I know what to do now, and what direction to take. That's a good feeling, all right? So I do feel like this was kind of 3 different things going on here. All right. I don't want to do any more cards. That just feels weird today. I am going to have a drink of coffee from my lovely fairy mug. All right. This was a little bit of a strange reading, I think. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. People jumping in on the message with a variation on their story. Overall, the collective message is find your strength. Okay, so if you make it to the end of this video, there you go. That's what I'm going to call it. This one is truly about finding your strength, not relying on old ways and bad practices, whether it's energetic practices, we'll call it that, or not giving yourself enough credit, or accepting bad behavior from other people. Know your worth, know your value. You are a precious pearl, created through adversity and challenge, but an absolute beautiful sight and valuable. Finding your strength. Find your strength. It's already within you. I can feel spirit really strongly around me. I hope you all can feel this. I'm going to see if it will go through. There we go. Okay. I love you all. You have a perfect soul. Sometimes because of fear and dysfunction, or it's all we've ever known, we make bad decisions, but we can change those decisions or make better ones and change our lives for the better. Take care of yourselves and know that you will get through. whatever this is. Take care of yourselves.